Answer with the voice. Are you inside or outside?
Outside. I have my hand on a tree trunk. It's a
And are you male or female?
male.
Describe the tree and the hand as you look at your hand.
My hand is young. Teenager, young adult, late teens, 18 or so. The tree is it's a part of a grove of trees, ancient trees, sacred trees. The trunk is corrugated, like rough.
Mm-hmm. And what's the colour of your skin?
A pale, quite white.
Mm-hmm. And as you look down to your feet, are you wearing anything?
No, barefoot.
And as you scan up your body, what do you see? What are you wearing?
White robes and a girdle, like a white robe, a long garment with a rope girdle.
Mm-hmm. And ask your guides to give you a number. What year is it?
It's not on Earth time.
Mm-hmm. So ask your guides, where are you?
Arcturus.
And feel the energy of Arcturus. And look around. What else do you see in the sky and around you? Describe it.
It's sort of translucent. It's when I was trying to describe my hand colour, my skin colour, it's because it's pearlescent almost.
Mm-hmm.
And the light is, it's softer than earth. It's got a silvery sheen. Everything, the colours are silvered.
Mm-hmm. And are you there alone in that grove with the trees?
I sense that there are other beings with me in the grove, but it's a very big grove.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially I'm alone at this. No, I'm not quite. No, I'm not alone. I'm being brought here.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual teacher, a mentor. It's part of my preparation to leave Arcturus. I'm part of a team, my family and others. We're leaving.
And where are you leaving to go to?
Another planet, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
My human mind would. I don't know. We're emigrating. We're seeding.
Mm-hmm.
And
how do you feel about that?
Honoured, but the trees. I don't want to leave the trees. The trees are more than trees. I don't know how to describe it. There's many of them. They hold the life and the knowledge of Arcturus, or of my lineage.
Mm-hmm.
They are my life. They are my they hold my life force. And while I'm with them, I'm safe and I'm nurtured fully. And I'm very fearful of leaving them. I know that I have chosen to go. It's a great honour to have been chosen to go. I'm partly going because I'm just shy of adulthood, 17 or so.
Mm-hmm.
My family are going, and so it is understood by everybody, including me, that I go with them. And it was always the plan, but I hadn't expected it to feel like this when we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it will be without my trees, without life force.
So how can you take the memory and the life force of the trees with you?
At the time, I didn't think I could, and I didn't. And I think I've come back for it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because wherever we went after this one, we ended up on Earth eventually. But
Mm-hmm.
I've missed the trees. I've missed the trees a great deal.
So soak in their energy and their life force and their knowledge and their love. And allow it to enter you and know that you can never leave it behind.
It's like there are many trees flowing towards me, all of them of that particular part of the grove. It's like it's like the life and the knowledge and the energy that they are remained there to be kept safe until it was ready to come to Earth at this time.
And ask your higher self and your mentor, how is it that you can take their knowledge and their love with you?
It's something about embodying it. I can feel it flowing into my arms a little, my heart to some degree. It's actually allowing it into my cells.
So allow that process to occur and to be complete, and let me know when it is.
It's like being given a transfusion of old, new energy and old remembered energy, but new to Earth, new, certainly my Earth experience. It's like this silvery light flowing into my whole soul field. It's not just the body, considerably bigger than the body. And the relaxing colour was a silvery blue, pale silvery blue, and it's similar. It's got this pearlescent quality to it. So it's washing through me, right through my soul as well as the body. It's not finished yet.
Yep, filling you up.
Well, it's like being given almost a whole, not exactly a whole new DNA, almost a whole new DNA. And I can sense here with my inner ear my note, that concept of each of us having a unique soul note. I can hear my note. I often hear it, sense it, feel it, and yes, I'm getting lots of chills, especially down the right and left side of my body. Sense of that note's becoming more of a choir. This sense of a harmonizing and being brought into full alignment going on. It's like an energy that was always planned that I would incarnate on the earth, but it's been withheld until now.
Yep, until you were ready, until you came back for it.
And until earth was ready. I'm sort of between worlds a bit. So most of me is still in the grove, but part of me feels my feet on this planet and on Earth's planet, and it's like being an intergalactic bridge, I suppose.
And that's how you'll know you're always connected with the grove and the energy. It will always be part of you. It's never left behind. It's now bridged to you on Earth.
And it's something about enabling that, it's my feet being in the earth and enabling that energy. I'm a channel for that energy to flow into the earth. I'm a sort of bit like a tree myself.
Yes.
I am a tree myself.
And are there other trees on Earth doing the same thing, coming back to collect their energy?
Yes, I think there are. Not sure about that. It definitely feels like a direct Arcturian link to Earth. It's like the Pleiades got missed out if they were in the timeline. It's directly going to Arcturus, into Earth, and into the Earth, I guess, into the crystalline grid. I'm a bit hazy on all of that.
Know that you don't have to know how it works, just allow it to occur. Our human brains are three-dimensional. This is multi-dimensional.
It's like my feet are in planet Earth and my head and I guess the higher chakras are in Arcturus energy. And I've become very big, obviously. That I'm becoming more and more full of light.
And ask your mentor on Arcturus what else needs to occur for you to be in your highest power on Earth, for the highest good of Earth.
I need to be connected to the others like me.
And ask how to do that.
There's an image of us Right, okay, there's two things going on here. One is an image of other trees.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, all with our feet. It's like we join at the feet level or can close to each other at the feet level.
Mm-hmm.
And I just asked, yes, I'm definitely getting bumps, is this part of the 9-pointed star? Because I had a thing after I started working with you, shortly after, I think I might have mentioned it'll be part of 1-pointed and 9-pointed star.
Mm-hmm.
And I just muscle tested and got the yes, this is part of the mind. This is the 9-pointed star.
Yes.
And during the American election, I was as I processed that, I just had a strong sense of holding my point. And
yes.
So I've got a sense of my feet in the earth and this trunk, and it's like another tree. It's almost like a tree comes out of my head. I'm just sort of tuning in, something happening around my heart that I haven't. And the torso part of that, I don't know what that is, getting more chills up my leg.
Just ask for the process to continue for the highest good of all until it's complete. Excuse me.
I think it's what I've been reminded of was I can feel a lot of energy in my feet, and that's very unusual for me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, since I started working with you, I had this knowing that my difficulty in incarnating was actually deliberate, and that the energy I deliberately kept the energy out of my lower leg and feet. And so that's shifting with this process.
Good.
And I think it's just that the energy is flowing through the torso. It's making new, it's almost like being remade, really.
Yes. Reconnected.
A new body being given, a new spiritual body as well as a new human body, a new becoming a new being.
Mm-hmm. Allowing that new recalibration to occur, to accept all this new energy, ancient energy, so that your body and form as a human can carry it and transmute it into earth.
It's a huge blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this sort of image of like little channels through the body, like new energy packets being created almost.
Yep.
There's a growing sense of peace and connectedness and joy.
Purpose.
Yes. It's definitely around purpose, because I've been asking what's my purpose at this stage. It's another word. There's a quiet joy, and it's a sense of belonging. It's belonging.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home.
Yep. That joy of coming home and connecting with the trees and the energy they provide.
And the earth, and enabling that energy to come into earth.
Mm-hmm.
What earth is needing right now to help her transition, to help her evolution and ascension.
Yes.
an enormous amount of love flowing through me into the earth, into my body and into the earth. Huge amount of love and compassion. And power to regenerate and create new things that have not ever been created before, that planet Earth couldn't grow before.
And know that as it's coming in through you, you're connecting with others on the earth who are doing the same thing, part of the 9-pointed star. Connecting with them through the earth.
I've definitely got a strong sense of my feet being deep in the earth, physical earth.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's like, our roots connect. That's what it is. Our roots connect. We'll touch each other.
Mm-hmm. And is that like part of the crystalline of earth?
I think so. It's almost, is there something deeper than the crystalline?
Mm-hmm.
It's deeper than the crystalline. It's right into the core of Earth, into Earth's heart, Gaia's heart. It's almost like into Gaia's soul, if Gaia has a soul.
Mm-hmm.
And there's I might just use it, just my voice wants to be used.
Yes.
The impression I'm getting is that until now in this human life I have been gifted in releasing human emotion, bringing healing to human emotion, my own and other people's, and that this connection, this reconnection is enabling me to release earth emotion.
Yes.
Earth trauma.
And of course, the earth emotion and trauma has been human emotion and trauma that's been collected and stored in earth.
Yeah. And that the earth has her own trauma being inflicted upon her, or part of what she's chosen through what humans have done to the earth as well. It's not gone completely, but my sense of the Arcturian end of the bridge is fading. And I'm feeling smaller, more human-sized.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more Earth tree-sized, not intergalactic.
Yep. Know that all that was required has been passed to you now.
Mm.
And ask the guides and higher self if there's anything else that is required for you in this moment.
It's like a sealing off of that intergalactic connection for now.
Mm-hmm.
I can describe it's like through my energy. There's this quite thick golden honey-like, almost anointing, I suppose. Or it feels like it's protective, sealing, like
Like a tree sap.
sort of, yes, but it feels like it's over. Yeah, it is. It is partly like a tree sap, but it's over the outside of the energy field that remains.
Mm-hmm.
To protect and to contain and to
Hold it in place.
Hold it in place and to protect it and seal it and anoint it. Yeah.
Good. So allow that to occur.
And the sound that I heard, I talked about the note, it's being transferred to vibrate in the earth's core of the earth. It's going down through my body and through my feet and through my roots into the core of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Like a tuning fork.
And my sense is that each of the points of the star has a different but harmonizing note. That there's 9 distinct notes that make up a chord or a vibration that will transform the earth from the inside out. Help the earth. It's like that vibration. It's like an earthquake. Surprise, surprise. That vibration breaks up the pain-filled energy patterns. Breaks them up so that they can be expelled.
Right.
The old energy patterns. And that new light can be in the core of the earth, and new love, and it's something very about deeply nurturing Gaia so that she can complete her ascension and sustain and process what is her part of the whole
collective consciousness with humans.
Yeah, so that she is strengthened and healed, strengthened and enabled to, it's like she shifts this dialogue between her energy and consciousness and ours is not just she impacts us as well as us impacting her.
Yes.
And so this is shifting her inner dialogue, what she's able to send out, help us and help us push. It's like breaking it up so it can be transmuted. This old, stuck, very solid pattern is being fragmented through the vibration of the star, the collective notes of the star.
And is some of that old energy released in earthquakes?
Yes, a lot of it is. It's going to enable it to be done. It's like I keep it. It's the sense of taking it into tiny little bits of energies rather than great big chunks, which are really like difficult to release.
Mm.
Much smaller, like it's almost like it breaks it up into much smaller packages,
Mm-hmm.
which will be much easier to release.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't need to be quite such, like big earthquakes have been ways of coping with big chunks, but this will be much smaller.
Like little burps and not big belches.
Yes. Got an image of birds flying, like you know, when they take off out of the trees.
Yes.
There's a sense of white light at the heart of the earth and in my belly, and what's that? Sort of between the heart and the solar plexus, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It feels got a sort of an image of the image was a sort of a a particular type of rural earth scene, which could be seen in parts of New Zealand, like where I live, or parts of Britain. But it's like that the light is the light from Arcturus.
Mm-hmm.
Very bright silvery light glowing in the heart of the earth.
Yep.
And looking down at my tree body, if you like,
Mm-hmm.
that light is flowing up to sort of a good way up the trunk, actually right through me into my branches as well, and leaves. There's something like a huge sigh of relief,
Mm-hmm.
like a really big sigh of relief that a very big project that was planned a very long time ago has been successfully completed.
Good. And ask what needs to occur for you now moving forward, now that this project is completed. What is it for you to do now?
Consciously connect with the earth. It's like the project was the bringing of the Arcturian energy into earth.
Mm-hmm.
That was the project that had been waiting, but now that it's here and I am one of the points on the star, I need to let myself be that really consciously and be nurtured and held by that. When we were in the workshop and we did the minding the Akash, and I don't know if you remember, I talked about a lifestyle of privileged lifestyle.
Mm.
And I thought it was Mediterranean. Well, it was beyond that. It was probably more Pleiadian, maybe even Arcturian. It was this sense of, probably it was Arcturian, of all my physical needs were met because my task was spiritual, and the people who served me by cooking for me, cleaning for me, whatever, providing for my material needs were blessed to do that. And I was a blessing in my being. And it's that sense that to let myself be that again.
Yes.
I think I talked about it last time as well.
Yes. And so now you're in that place of completion where all of your needs are taken care of. You're part of that connection of the 9 stars, of the Arcturian connection and completion. And you're all connected at the root system, nurtured and cared for by Gaia.
Yes, and I need to know that if in doubt, connect to Gaia, connect back in consciously. It's quite a different feeling with my feet from what I've ever had in this life before. So notes for taking out of this is about silvery light in my feet and feeling myself as rooted deep in the earth as a tree.
And connected
And
to others.
connected
the
at the
Arcturian
core,
energy.
at the heart of the earth. It's the heart of the earth, and that the light there is Arcturian now. So it feeds me at a
It's like a placenta feeds a baby.
yeah, it's really profoundly connected and sustaining and safe and home. Yeah, Earth has become home instead of Arcturus being home.
Good.
What I had actually said between last time and this time, at some point I found myself, the human self, saying, if I'm going to stay, I need my intergalactic family around me, and I need for Earth to become home instead of exile.
And now it is.
And now it is. And so I just need to spend lots of time, just allow myself this to be my what I'm here to do. If there's nothing else, just to do this regularly. And just feel myself as a tree connected to the core of the Arcturian energy in Gaia. Gaia
silvery light energy.
feeding me, and allow everything else to fall into place around that.
Thank your guides and higher self for the completion of this project. And ask if there's anything else that's required right now.
No, just a huge sense of gratitude both ways. From me to everything and everything back to me.
Good. So feel that sense of gratitude. It's like a figure of 8. As you send it out, it comes back.
And it gets bigger.
That feeling of completion and connection. That you are home again.
Yes, and just setting the intention that any bits of all of me comes home to here now. If any bits think they're still stuck somewhere else in another galactic spot, to bring them home here.
This is where your purpose is now.
It's where my home is now too.
Your home.
That sense of all of me's here, finally.
So as you come back down into the cave of creation, with your hand on the crystal, ask your guides to tap through all of the meridian points, acknowledging and feeling all of this new energy and learning to be part of your 3-dimensional, multi-dimensional energy in a human body. Knowing that you are home, that you are complete, you are deeply rooted in earth. And this is your purpose. Feeling the joy and the honor of that.
And I am safe, and I am loved, and I am supported, and I am provided for.
Completely.
And that my being is enough.
Just like a child in the womb, just has to be there and is provided for and loved and nurtured by the placenta, by the mother.
Just like a tree in the earth.
Just like a tree in the earth is provided for. Bringing all of that ancient Arcturian knowledge and energy that is part of you now, connected with Earth, holding the point of the 9 star and connecting with others. And knowing that your being and connecting is all that matters. And you are loved and nurtured and provided for in that space of being. When all of that is recalibrated into the human being and form, and that higher learning and understanding is recalibrated and connected, take your hand off the crystal and move back through all the layers of earth, all the way back into the human 3-dimensional and multi-dimensional form, bringing all of that new energy with you as you bring it in through the heart into all parts and pieces of you in all dimensions. Multi-dimensional DNA, 3-dimensional DNA, and all of the layers beyond the human body. Allowing all parts of you to remember and be. And when all of that's recalibrated and integrated into you, open your eyes and feel that joy and connection.